Hey, and I got to tell you this, it's our job to bring clarity to the market. You know
Mm.
what's so cool about the environment we're in. We just get off the Breakfast Club. For those of you, I'm surely, Frank, everybody's going to Breakfast Club. But if you're not, go to breakfastclubzoom.com, check it out, or go to Loan Officer Breakfast Club. And we were just talking about the importance of bringing clarity to the market because the season we're in. And what's so powerful is we're finally getting a tailwind behind us. Here's what we're seeing. And everybody knows this, Frank. I mean, you're seeing rates at some of the lowest levels we've seen in I would say probably 5 years.
Hmm.
So you're not having to claw your way on rate and fees. The second thing is inventory's in a really good spot in most places. It's more than 3 months. I know in Houston last month it was 4.5 months. Anytime you're more than 3 months, there are options for buyers. And then the third thing is, as a buyer, it's what I call the buyer advantage season. And that means you get to find the right location, right condition, right price, and ding, 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 ding. If they could win a Loan Officer Breakfast Club t-shirt, guess what they'd get? Seller
They get seller
contribution.
credits, right? They get
Yes.
help,
Hey,
money.
and at
Yeah.
every price point, like whether it's a 200,000 or a million, whatever, it's like, and you get free money, and you get
You
free
get free
money,
money. Yeah.
and you get
Yeah.
free money, and I'll even put a car in there.
And you're right. We have to. We really do need to make an effort on getting that word out right about now. There's still
Yeah,
consumers out there that think something's coming.
right.
And it's not based on any factual data
No,
whatsoever. It's
no.
just like an emotional thing. They think, well, I think that they're going to come down, or prices are going to come down, or
Mm,
I think rates are still going to
mm,
get better. But I like on Breakfast Club today, you laid out the slide. It was like you're laying out that in the past when those things really happened significantly, right? You could say
right.
the financial crisis, you could say COVID, right? When with rates anyway, there was a catastrophic situation that took place in the world,
Yes,
right? And
yes,
so what you're
yes.
really saying is no, I'm going to wait for another world catastrophe before I
Right,
make a move. Yeah, I'm betting there's a world catastrophe in our near future that's going to bring the rates back down. They don't
right.
realize that's what they're thinking. They think
Yeah.
that rates just came down. They didn't. There was a world catastrophic
Emergency
situation
situation. Oh
that
yeah,
made
yeah.
that happen
Oh yeah.
worldwide,
Oh
not
yeah.
even just local,
Worldwide. Affected everybody.
worldwide.
Everybody.
Right. So
Hey, the
they're
greatest
betting
we've
on is
ever
that.
seen since the Depression. The
Right.
greatest we've ever seen since the Depression. And when I showed the rates by decade, you and I, we've talked about this. Over the 2010 to 2020, the median rate was 4.08. So we're talking about global catastrophe. It only moved it down to 4.08, but the median since the 70s is 7.1.
Yeah.
And right now, for every lender who's listening, there's not a lender who's listening who can't get rates in the fives at some level, whether
Right.
they
Yeah. In
paid
some
points or
way, shape,
not.
or form. Right.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
even close to that on jumbos. And you're like, and yet I literally talked to somebody yesterday, Frank. I'm doing and you guys know I'm originating. We're having so much fun. Man, momentum is building, and I'm going to share more of the story. But I talked to this guy yesterday. It's a VA loan, and him and his wife are first time home buyers, and God love them. They've gotten 15 quotes, and we're still the best, which is fine.
Mm.
And he's like, "Can you help me compare?" Because he's like, "Can you help me shop your own self?"
Yeah.
And listen, I got him at 5.5 with no points, no underwriting, no fees. And I'm like, bro, you will not get anything better than this. But here was the funny thing. You know what his number one question was?
What?
Hey, if I need to refinance, can I refinance with you at a low cost, no cost? And and this is 24 years of doing this, and you're 30 years. I'm like, bro, you won't be able to refinance unless the world explodes. I mean, you're talking about 5.5 with no fees, no costs, no points.
Yeah.
I'm like, you would have to be at like a 4.8 at this. I mean, and it's so
Yeah.
funny, but it's because they've been so conditioned
Correct.
with a 4% average rate, and they hear their parents talking about a 2.5% rate.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
wow, you won in the most economically disastrous season our country's ever had, where they
Yeah.
literally were paying trillions of dollars to buy down mortgage-backed securities.
Right.
We're not going to see that again.
I
And
just,
so
yeah.
we started this conversation, say it's our responsibility to have conversations with our agents. You know why, Frank? Because agents, I talked to one yesterday. She's a killer. She's got a buyers on her team, buyers agents on her teams. I mean, she is killing it. And you know what her number one frustration is? I've
What's
got
that?
all these leads, all these past clients that pulled themselves off the market. And the three things they're saying is, I'm waiting for rates to come down. I'm waiting for prices to improve. And I'm not sure about the inventory. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, I got a solution for you.
Yeah.
So we're going to build these talking points, and you're going to invite all your clients to an online Zoom class that we do every Thursday night. And guess
Mm.
what? Whether one of them show up or whether 15 show up, an hour of our time will get these people moving forward. And
Yeah.
and however you do it in your marketplace doesn't matter. Do it as live trainings, do it as Zoom calls, do it as phone calls, do it as conversations. My encouragement to you is lead. Leaders lead. And now is the time to help your agent partners with real data. Because look, one of the greatest gifts we've learned over the last 20 years, Frank, you and I, is this: conversation doesn't move emotion, data does.
Mm-hmm.
Find the data. Hey there, if you're loving the tips so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss out on more cool free tips coming your way. I'd also love to hear from you. Make sure to drop a comment below and let me know what you think, or what it is you want to see next. And we'll see you on the inside. See you. Go back and look at
Mm.
the last 30 years of appreciation. Look at
Yeah.
the last 30 years of interest rates. Look at the inventory in your current market. And when you start just putting the data together, now you
Mm.
got a real talking point. Hey, I'll tell you a secret. Every January, this is what I've done for the last 10 years. I go and find about 5 talking points that end up being my talking points for the whole year. And I
Mm.
just gave you mine this year. And
Yeah.
guess what? They're similar to the ones last year. I just tweak them and refine them. But
Yeah.
now I've got a clarion voice that I can add in my email, my social, my conversation, my
Podcasts.
assist
Yeah.
with the agents. And if you don't
Mm.
know what to do, just take what we talked on this episode and the one Frank and I did previous, transcribe it, throw it in chat and say, give me some talking points, and you'll
Yeah.
have them. But
Yeah.
have something to lead your agents with that help them with their number one problem. They got two sets of buyers: either buyers that are highly motivated, they don't need any motivation, they already know they're wanting to move, or old clients who are still stuck in
Mm.
analysis paralysis. Give them clarity and they'll take action.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you're saying here, give the age empower the agents with this
Yes.
information, and the
Yes.
slides you put together that you hand off to your agents are so good. Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was only like, how many slides was that you shared today? Like seven
Oh, it's, yeah,
slides,
it's not much.
six.
Yeah,
Like
it's
there was very,
one,
very
two,
little,
three,
but
4, 5, 6. There's 6 slides. Yeah.
6 slides that
Yeah.
if you teach an agent how to make use of these slides, which is
Yeah.
extremely easy, anyone can. You look,
Yeah,
the
for
slides
sure.
speak for themselves. The data is there. Now you're empowering your agents, who
To have it.
honestly, Steve,
Hmm.
they're on the front line. They're the
Every
ones
day.
that get the lead first most of the
Yeah.
time, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time they get the lead first. Now they're equipped to help them. If they get anybody that's saying, well, I'm thinking, maybe I'll wait for this, wait for that. Hey, let me show you something here. This is
Yeah.
this is what you want to. I got 6 slides I want to show you. Now you're giving people data, and like you
Right.
said, data brings clarity, right?
That's
And
right.
so now,
That's right.
and I like to believe that most people, if they're presented with logical data, would go, ah,
Yeah.
I get it. I see.
That's right.
Those were world catastrophes.
That's right, man.
I don't want to bet, my home buying experience on, hoping there's a world catastrophe around the corner.
That's right.
It doesn't make any sense,
That's right. Hey,
So yeah,
and
just
have
really
one
great
piece
stuff.
of have one piece of information, like, see what, and I love this because the more conversations you have, the better you'll get at it. But like Frank, you said, hey, I'm waiting on prices. What I always do is, just like somebody says, hey, I'm waiting, your rate sounds high. I'd say, Frank, like, you're waiting on home prices to come down. I love to challenge people and say, based on what?
Yeah.
And you know what they'll say? Well, they've gone up so high. Surely, here's what everybody will say. You and I both know it. Surely it will come down.
Right.
And it's just, and so then it's a logical conversation. You just say, hey, listen, are you open? You got to ask this. Are you open to my professional opinion? They're going to say,
Mm.
sure. Hey, do you know what the average appreciation, and look, use a resource like I pulled this data off of MBS Highway. The average appreciation, there's a tool in there, Frank. Our friend Barry has a great resource. And
Yeah.
guess what? Texas's home appreciation as a state was 40.8. You can literally pull your county, you can pull your state. There's a slide in there, it'll tell you. And I'll just say, hey, are you aware that in the last 5 years, prices went up 40.8% just in our market. So
Mm.
here's what I'll tell them. You know, if you would have bought that $400,000 house 5 years ago, you would have made $160,000.
Yeah.
And the average appreciation right now is projected at 20%. So if we wait to buy that $400,000 home over the next 5 years, you're going to be spending another $80,000. What? No, I'm sorry, $40,000.
Mm.
We're hoping, or do we want to look at the data? And when you
Mm.
do that, people are like, "Wow, I didn't realize that."
Right.
And now you're the trusted expert, and guess what? They don't shop you as much. Like
Right.
you'll still get shopped, but when you bring clarity, the shopping is less. Because here's what I heard more people in the last 30 days say, Frank, man, nobody told me that.
Mm.
And it's like, I'm sorry they didn't, but I'm here, and that's why I'm here to
Mm.
help you have clarity.
Mm.
Let's go.
Mm.
And they're
Good
like,
stuff.
let's go. Yeah.
Good
Hey,
stuff.
and
Yeah.
to the tune of closing $6.5 million this month. I mean,
Mm.
it's and Frank, just to put it in perspective, that's been in just 8 months of originating. But what's
Mm.
happening is the momentum is building because I just looked at the pipeline. Like and I mean it's remarkable that what it's building to, because the more clarity you bring, the more confidence it gives, the more those agents trust you and the more the buyers want
Right.
to work with you.
Wonderful. Good
So
stuff.
lead your clients, everybody.
Good stuff, man. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Where can they get some help?
Hey, go to freedomplanningcall.com. I'll tell you this. One of the things we'll do, if you're a member, we'll give you the 6 slides. If you're not a member, schedule a call. It's the only way we'll give it to you. And we want to show you how some of the other ways we can help you. It'll be a great investment of your time. Go to freedomplanningcall.com. Remember this, anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Just get started. See ya.
Adios.